actually shared your first race car. You
Yeah.
didn't both have one. You shared the car. What was that like? I mean, did you enjoy that?
No, not at all.
But a guy gets starting to win 75, 50, 75% of the time he comes out. Now all of a sudden there's a lot of people in the pits that they don't like that guy.
They keep yelling cheater.
He's cheating.
Winning. If you're winning, you're cheating.
Nobody can win.
Little Bobby will bounce back. He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Before you know it, Wes will be laying on the front stretch at Charlotte with him again, helping him hug the trophy. So all will be well in the Bobby Pierce world. You guys tell me, how many times does somebody beat the truck fair and square? I'm not talking about breaking or anything like that. How many times do you get beat in that truck at Thunder Mountain this year?
0.
And welcome to a brand new edition of Dirt Racing in the Bluegrass Live, presented by Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. This is the Wilson Plumbing Studio, and tonight you can call the Absolute Seamless Gutters hotline. But please wait until after we have a special guest on here with us this evening and to start calling the hotline. We don't want to tie the hotline up, Wes, till we get through with our special guest. Help us come on here and help us preview this weekend's big events. So big, huge weekend. I tell you what, already getting started tonight with Mud Lick, and a lot going on this weekend. Can't wait to get to it all and talk about it.
Yeah, just an awful lot of racing in the Bluegrass State and the surrounding states as well. So just a lot of racing this start of July. Get the month kicked off and in a big way.
Yeah, July, of course, always a big time, but that Independence Day weekend's always action packed, and the way it falls this year, everything kind of starting early in the week, and I think maybe it was like on a Monday or something last year, and I think Lake Cumberland was able to run Sunday. Now it's kind of everything's in reverse order. We're starting earlier in the week with Mud Lick running on a Wednesday night, which I think is really cool. I talked to several people today. I know they were going over there. Brush Creek's running tonight. Tazewell's running tonight. So several tracks running. I'm sure a lot of race fans are where we wish we were at the races tonight, because we'd certainly love to be there for sure. Yeah. And talked to Chris Tilley earlier, and he was headed down there too. So. But anyways, yeah, a lot of stuff going on this week, and a lot happening this past week, and can't wait to get to it all. Like I said, we are going to have a special guest coming up. Excited to I'm not going to tell anybody who it is, because it's a very, very, very special guest that we're going to have on the show here with us, and to get this 4th of July weekend started, man, I can't wait.
Yeah, one of our really good buddies. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. Everybody just had to see who our special guest is tonight.
That's exactly right. If you don't care, share this out. I took my time today to try to get as many people invited as I could to let them know. I'm not expecting to have a whole lot of folks on here tonight. That was kind of to be expected, to be honest with you. I knew our crowd would be down with all the racing and stuff going on, and of course we wouldn't want to take anything away from our racetracks and the people that were planning on heading to the races anyways, but for those who ain't, we'd like to get them on here, and let's just talk some racing, have some fun. Hopefully, if we have as much fun as we did last week, we'll be in good shape, because that was certainly a whole lot of fun, and can't beat some good racing talk, man. Just sitting here talking racing like a couple of buddies. That's what we do. What we do anyway, so we might as well get on here and do it. But exactly. Yeah, share this out.
Like those Ask Anything Wednesday nights that we have here ever so often. A lot of fun.
Well, I named the show tonight the Fireworks Show, because it seems like if you mention the word fireworks, people just show up for whatever reason. It's like, we do Independence Day fireworks, but a lot of times you see fireworks on just odd times of the year too, because it seems to draw people in, man. So I thought if I just called this episode the Fireworks Show, it would, we might even break an attendance record here tonight.
Well, that's true. The people do love watching fireworks. So that's a good title for tonight's show.
Well, and speaking of people love watching fireworks, Wes, I thought, it would be really good. We've got a lot of people who get on here each and every week and watch with us, and they're loyal, customers, you might call them, and fans of our podcast. They like to get on here and just have a good time with us. So Wes and I put our money together, and we decided your very first fireworks show for the year, you ought to be able to tell people the first one you saw this Independence Day weekend was right here on Dirt Racing and the Bluegrass Live. So we put our money together and bought some fireworks for you, and we thought we'd just go ahead and start tonight's show. Very first thing, we're gonna have our own fireworks show right here on the podcast, man. How's that sound?
It sounds good.
All right, here we go. And when I start this, you can unmute. After it starts, you can unmute your mic too. See, we go right with it from now on, man. We didn't waste no time.
No, straight into it.
Straight into it. This is the best fireworks show you'll see all weekend right here. I'm telling you that right now. I mean, you ain't gonna beat that.
That's a good start to the 4th of July holiday.
That's right.
There. Good way to kick it off.
Yeah, we dropped
Wednesday night, the 3rd of July.
We dropped a couple Benjamins right there, son. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Which it don't take much, it's if you've been to the fireworks stand, it don't take much to spend a couple $100 on fireworks. So I hope everybody appreciated that. It really, was kind of hard for us to come up with the money to put that on for you. So, hope everybody out there enjoyed that. Let us know if you did in the comments. But yeah, so fireworks. Let's talk about that just to get started before we get moving on a little bit. Let's talk about fireworks, man. Are fireworks overrated? Let us know what you think in the comments too. What do you think, Wes? Are fireworks overrated? I mean, are you still like a kid in a candy store? Like you still like a kid when fireworks are going off? You get excited about them, or is it just kind of like move on to the next thing? What are your thoughts on fireworks?
Mine, I mean, it's just kind of move on. But I will say, there's a couple times where fireworks are really cool, and that's at Eldora.
Yeah,
during the World 100. Trying to think some other times. I don't know. I fireworks are, they are what they are.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
they are overrated to me.
Yeah.
Just a couple special times for, let's say Crown Jewel races.
Mm-hmm.
I like some fireworks during them, but it's tough to beat Eldora, Charlotte's another place. It's pretty cool with all their, I don't know what you call those. They're like the flames go up with the fireworks and all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool.
So for you, fireworks are kind of like a good backdrop to the end of a race. The race is over. The winner, it's like a good addition to the program. You get the fireworks going off as part of the celebration sort of thing, and like that's when fireworks are cool. I mean, I have to agree with you. Like fireworks, man, for one, they're so daggone expensive. I mean, my goodness, you can spend, I don't know how much these places spend on fireworks, but if they put on any kind of show like we just put on, I guarantee you it's thousands of dollars.
Oh,
and,
yeah, it's expensive.
It's expensive, man. And like you go to the fireworks stores and they're like, hey, I got a really good deal for you, man. Let me show you this, and they're showing you around and they hand you a box that's like, like 4 inches tall. It's got like a total of 3 things in there, like $50, and we'll throw in some sparklers.
Yeah,
I'm
like you really done something there,
off, dude. This is awful. I mean, this ain't a deal at all. Are you kidding me? So I never could get into them. Now Brantley, like we've kind of been fortunate too, because he don't mind to get some fireworks here in the driveway, and like we'll set off some little stuff. But he's never been really big into them, so we've never had to, so far at least, we've never had to fight the crowds and everything to get into
Yeah.
a place to watch fireworks. And then like they're over in, you know what, I don't know, 5 minutes total, and it's like if you've seen one firework too, honestly, you've seen them all. You know, it's like you have some people, they look up at the sky, like, oh man, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, it was the same. It's like
I saw it
different-
1,000
I saw it.
times.
Yeah, like I mean, it's just so like the same as the last one to me, man. I don't know. I don't get the big thrill. I tell you what is exciting though. I'll tell you what's exciting. I can get excited about some super late models at our racetracks here in Central Kentucky. Particularly this coming weekend, super late models for the first time at Thunder Mountain, super late models for the first time in a long time at Rockcastle. That's pretty daggone exciting to see how those shows are. Of course, we got some other events we're going to get to as well, but to see how those shows are gonna shake out is that's pretty daggone exciting. That'll be enough fireworks for me.
Yeah, I agree. That's the kind of fireworks I like.
Yeah.
When we're watching them race cars, you know, that loud ground pounding thunder and lightning of the super late
I know,
models.
man.
That's
The
what I'm
ground.
like.
when you can feel the ground shake beneath you and in your chest as those super late models come by, that's fireworks, man. That's something I can get excited about.
I agree.
And, you know, and really just can't wait to see how that all turns out. It's just exciting all the way around, and you know, like I said, it's something that I definitely look forward to. Ken Short says, who else fireworks show used to come from those TNT packs they sell at Kroger, and that was it. I don't even know if I ever had them growing up, to be honest with you. You know, like when I was growing up, about all we could afford was like 2 boxes of the pop, you know, like the snap, you know, you throw them and they snap.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, everybody starts throwing them at each other. And that's even more fun. That's fun. Yeah, I'd rather have like a box of them little snap things that you just have a war with them and throw them at each other. That's a whole lot more fun than something blowing up in the sky. I don't know about you all.
Yeah, shoot them Roman candles at each other.
Yeah, Jeremy says bottle rockets fun as well. Yeah, did y'all ever shoot bottle rockets at each other? We used to do that, man. I tell you what, we do some stupid stuff. Did you ever have a bottle rocket war? That
Yeah.
thing's hurt though, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwayne says, don't forget about you. You're right about that. The Roman candle having, man, that's a war right there. You get some Roman candles. I tell you what, if a racetrack really wants to put on a fireworks show this weekend, this is what they ought to do: buy a bunch of Roman candles and just hand them out as people come through the gate, and we'll just we'll just have a Roman candle war.
On the count of 3, 1, 2,
yeah.
3, pow!
Go! Going at it. It might not be a good idea at a racetrack, though.
Not
Too
a
much
good
race
idea.
fuel sitting around for a Roman candle war. And the insurance might not appreciate that either, to be honest with you. So
Not a good
Yeah.
idea.
Brian Delperdang says, shoot them at the flagman. I like that idea. The flagman might not like it,
Yeah,
but I like it. Yeah, we'll see.
unless you're the flagman.
Yeah, unless you're the flagman, you like that idea. So, anyways, yeah, we could have some fun with some fireworks. We'd much rather see race cars on the track. We'd rather see fireworks on the racetrack, man. That's where. Speaking of, let me ask you this. So I saw a bunch of advertisements this weekend saying we're going to have fireworks on and off the track. So let me ask you, what's the best fireworks on the track you've seen? Like, what's the most explosive, like, that's fireworks, on-track fireworks that you've seen?
Well,
Let
I
us
know
know in
we-
the comments. What's the best fireworks show on the racetrack you've seen?
I know we've talked
Being
about
that.
it multiple times, but Mikey Marlar coming from the back to win Ponderosa last year was some fireworks on the track.
Yeah.
For
See,
sure.
when I think of fireworks, though, I think of like like a little post race, like a little post race, maybe driver communication, or maybe a little fist flying or something along those lines. Like, to me, that's the real fireworks. Like,
I can go
it's
another
going
one.
down.
I can go another one that pops up in my mind. I don't know what year it was. It was a couple years ago when Chad Stapleton, Total Chaos, throwed that steering wheel at the Silver Shark, Scott James. That was fireworks on the racetrack.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what year that was, but a couple
been
years ago,
several years
North
ago.
South 100.
Yeah.
That was pretty good fireworks show.
That was pretty good fireworks, because he would like Chad Stapleton, when he throws a steering wheel, he's not like just throwing it. He's trying to hurt somebody. Like, he was trying to hurt the Silver Shark with the steering wheel, man. I'm telling you. It wasn't like a little soft
he
toss.
he might as well have been like an outfielder crow hopping and throwing him out like from right field to home plate. Like, he was.
That's a pretty good
hard too.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Ken Short here. Hate to bring it up. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? When you're talking about fireworks, you have to. That might be the best fireworks show we've ever seen at the.
That was
a
good one too.
Personally, at the racetrack. I mean, because it went on for like a good 30 minutes. I didn't think that fireworks show was ever going to end, man. It just kept going on. It was like, once it got started, it was just like the grand finale for a whole 30 minutes. It was something else. If you were there at Richmond that night, you know what we're talking about. It comes up a whole lot too.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I'll tell you, another Richmond fireworks show we saw was not too long after that was Jason Jameson and Mike Jewell. Nothing really happened post-race, but that whole thing with Jewell and Jameson, that was a good fireworks show. I mean, Jameson's car was destroyed coming after he come off turn 2, and Jewell put him in the wall at the Butterball, and Jameson's car was absolutely destroyed.
And I think they were parked next to each other too.
Yeah, Urban Pierce. I saw a couple people saw that. Greg Miller and Brian both said that. But yeah, those two, that fireworks show went on for like multiple days, man. Like, it just kept going on, and then it spilled over into social media too. Like, those are the best.
T-shirt was made.
Yeah, T-shirts were made. Yeah, the best too are like when they spill on over to social media and the show just keeps going, even like post race, days after. Those are the best. And you get Bobby Pierce and Tyler Erb putting on a fireworks show, it's definitely going to spill on over.
Yeah.
Tyler Erb is a fireworks show anyway. If you follow him on social media, man, he's hilarious. I'm telling you, it's something every day.
Did you see what he posted today? He said, "Oh, Uncle T's going to tell you." He said, when you take your camera phone and you video them fireworks, nobody's going to watch them." And I was like,
Yeah.
That's completely accurate.
Yeah, it is accurate. Yeah. Josh Rice at Eldora.
Yeah.
Yeah, when his car melted down there after the race, man, that was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that in my life. And I'll tell you though, Bo Gilly blew up last weekend. I guess that's what happened at Thunder Mountain. You had to leave us early, but the feature, the hobby stocks, he blew up, man. I'm telling you, it looked like Josh Rice down there in turn 1. Like, I'm telling you, I've never seen that much smoke in my life besides maybe Josh Rice at Eldora. I mean, when that thing let go, it let go. He put on a smoke show, and he climbed out of the car. It was kind of scary there for a second because it was just wild looking, the amount. Yeah, Chilton and Fisher at Richmond. That's something that was multiple races too. I think between those two guys. So, yeah, I mean a bunch of them. We could go on, but yeah, I want to see some good fireworks shows on the track this weekend. Like, and I don't want to wish anything bad or anything like that on anybody. I don't mean it that way, but we've been advertising.
Good hard racing.
That's right. Some good hard racing. If it spills on over after the race, you know what? I'm okay with that too. I'll just be honest with you, because
extra. That's a bonus.
Those are the things we talk about. Like, years later. Like it's one thing to see a good race, but the things we remember for years are the things that are like extracurricular activities, and
Right.
that's what we want to see. Because sometimes we act like we don't want the drama, and even this is true for some of the Facebook stuff we've talked about several times too. I mean, it is kind of entertaining though. At the end of the day, like I feel like if people are going to go at it, they might as well just go at it and call each other out by name and all this stuff. Same thing true on the racetrack. At the end of the day, they call racing a man soap opera for a reason. We go for the drama,
I
really.
can remember even being little at Corbin Speedway with asphalt, and when you would hear over the loudspeaker, security to the pits,
Yeah.
you knew it was fixing to get good.
Yeah. And where does everybody go when they start yelling security to the
Man,
pits?
everybody takes off running 100 mile an hour.
If we didn't like drama, there wouldn't be a crowd gathered around every time there was drama, That's what we're waiting on really when it comes down to it. We're waiting on it. We want more of it. We can't get enough. So it's a good thing. Well, same thing. I'm going to show a little clip here, and I just figured this out too today, Wes. When I pull up a video, it automatically mutes your mic. You can unmute it, and we can talk about it. But I've got a little clip I'm going to show you here. We're going to go ahead and get to our Wayne's Auto Repair Driver of the Week, and this is from this past Saturday night at Thunder Mountain Speedway. So take a look at this here. DJ Hayes, man, I'm telling you what. Saying that he half-tracked the field, that's putting it generously. Like, he had a half-track lead, and then all of a sudden, Kawasaki here, late race restart, just decides to, like, use that high side, gets around poor DJ Hayes. But I'm telling you, DJ Hayes had more than a half-track lead before that caution comes out. Kawasaki comes and just steals the show for his first ever feature event win there at Thunder Mountain this past Saturday night. Really, really was a fun race to see, a fun race to call. I was announcing there on Saturday night and actually brought him to the checkers a lap early. I was so excited when Kawasaki went around Hayes. Just because I'm telling you, this is the truth. You probably know this is true too. When you start doing something like this, as we've been doing for the last 3 years, it's funny because like you're not really a fan of anybody. You're a fan of everybody.
Right.
I mean, I am. We are. I'm just a fan of good racing. I just want to be entertained. Give me something to talk about, right? Because we got to get on here and talk every week, and I just want something that's worth talking about. Those guys gave us something to talk about. So Austin Kawasaki did get his first feature win this past Saturday night. Really cool for him. That's a big accomplishment there. It's a lot harder to do than people realize. So congratulations to Austin Kawasaki. But I've got to give the Wayne's Auto Repair Driver of the Week to DJ Hayes. It had to be heartbreaking losing the race after he had the big lead and then get the restart, and Kawasaki just put a great move on. I think Hayes might have had an issue as well, but awesome for Austin Kawasaki. I was so happy for him. I know he didn't pick up the win, but you know what? At least DJ Hayes gets tonight's Wayne's Auto Repair Driver of the Week. Also, Kawasaki was the Driver of the Week already this year, so wouldn't be fair to give it to him again. So.
Couldn't give it to him twice, but it was cool because we talked to him, I guess, before Hot Laps, when we was kind of walking around the pit, seeing everybody, and a stout field of front wheel drives. So to pick up that win, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So congratulations, cool. Kawasaki.
That's right. Congratulations to DJ Hayes on a solid run too. He'll get there next time, and so it was just a good race overall, and really enjoyed being a part of it there, and being a part of everything at Thunder Mountain this past weekend, and. I think it was our third weekend in a row, man, announcing being in victory lane. And
just a very special night,
oh, for sure.
Just with all the memories and just honoring little Rod Carter Jr. Just a special night and something that Thunder Mountain's gonna going to continue to do each and every year, and that's special. Just a great night in honoring of him, and some really good racing on the track as well.
Yeah, well, and I thought they did a great job with everything they did there to make that a very special thing for Rod's memory and for his family, and just incredible job by Thunder Mountain. From the little table they had set up there as you walked into the track, the grandstand gate there. Everything they had set up there with that, the pictures and everything. They had fans signing a board there that I think they presented to his family, and then the pre-race ceremony with the, just talking about Rod and all that stuff. Yeah. I thought was just a very, very great job by those guys over there at Thunder Mountain. They did it well, so I was glad to see that.
It was, and just awesome for us to be there and get to announce and do Victory Lane interviews and have a part in that special night for Little Rod, and in honor of him and for his family and the fans, and like I said, just a great night at Thunder Mountain Speedway.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Well, let's take a quick commercial break here, and when we come back, we've got a very special guest coming on the podcast this evening. You don't want to go away. Don't leave us now. You don't want to miss our special guest. Excited to bring him on. We'll be right back here in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Chris Lowry with Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. From simple service work to full paints, roofing, flooring, and everything in between, we're your one-stop shop for your home maintenance and remodeling needs. Our family has been serving the Richmond area for 3 generations, and we're proud to continue that today. You also voted us the best general contractor in Madison County in 2022. We thank you for that honor. Give us a call for all your construction needs at 859-353-1133.
And welcome back to Dirt Racing in the Bluegrass Live. Thank you for sticking with us there. This guest segment is brought to you by Fast Track Plumbing. Thank our great friends over there at Fast Track Plumbing for their help with our podcast here and everything else they do for local racing. We do have on the Absolute Seamless Gutters hotline now. We've got our good buddy. One of our best buddies in the whole wide world, Michael Gadd, on the hotline with us. Michael, how are you tonight, man?
Doing fine. How are you guys?
I'm good.
We're good, buddy.
I'm just excited for the weekend.
Oh, I bet you are. That's why, I said, hey, who could we get on here with us that could help us just get even? We're already excited, Wes. That's true. We're excited. Yeah. We don't need a whole lot of help. But just to help push us over the top, I said, man, you know what? We got to get Michael Gadd on the hotline. He's going to help us get even more pumped for this weekend coming up.
That's exactly right. I know he's excited about all the different races, across the Bluegrass State, but especially the one on Saturday night at the Rock Castle Speedway. Ain't you, old buddy?
Thank you. Yeah, I've looked forward to this race ever since it's been announced for the super late models.
Yeah. I know you have, man. Well, listen, I mean, there's a lot of people that fill a lot of roles in this business, this dirt racing business we're in here. A lot of things go on, at the racetrack that a lot of fans don't even see. And I'll say this, Wes, we talk a lot about announcers and other things and other roles at racetrack and the best in the business. Well, Michael Gadd, man, he's one of the best in the business in the lineup shooting. Now, Michael, you got to be on your A game this coming Saturday night. Super late models coming to town to Rockcastle. Are you ready for the pressure that's ahead of you there? You going to be on your A game this weekend?
I'm always ready for the pressure. When it's race day, I'm ready.
You live in it on race day.
Yeah, you live in a pressure cooker, don't you, Michael Gadd?
Yes, I do.
I believe it, man. I believe it. So I know you're excited about this weekend. What excites you? What excites you the most?
I just enjoy being around racing, and glad the Super Late Models is returning to Rockcastle Speedway for the second time ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cool. It is only the second time ever. So, and first time in what? At least 3 years I know of. Maybe has it been about 3 years, something like that?
Our first Tommy Lanham Memorial race was a super race, and the rest of them has been crate late models.
Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly right. I believe Michael Chilton won that very first Tommy Lanham Memorial race. So this is the fifth annual. So it's been a couple years.
Yep. All right, Michael. One last thing. I know you're a track official and all, and we got to make sure on Saturday night. Now, listen, I want to ask you something, but you can't get too excited on Saturday night. Can't be out there, Wes. You know this is true. You can't be out there cheering and going on.
No, he's a track official. He got to keep a even keel.
He's standing at that back gate. You can't be, Wes.
I know exactly. I know where you're going.
He can't be throwing that hat and losing his mind and stuff over it. But
right.
I do want you to pick a winner. We're going to do it a little bit later in the show. I'll let you have first pick, Michael. Who you got Saturday night?
The Rooster, Dustin Linville.
Oh, he's got the Rooster.
Oh, Michael Gadd goes with Rooster Nation in the D8. Dustin Linville. Good pick.
That is a good pick. Now, listen. If he ain't starting on the front row, you can't be sneaking and putting him up on the front row Saturday night to help yourself.
Oh, man. I wish I could do that. Maybe I can sneak up to the tower, you reckon?
You got a radio. I know you can make things happen out there now.
But I wouldn't do nothing like that to make him win, I promise.
got a radio and a caution flag.
Yeah.
And a red flag.
And a red flag, yes. Hopefully
we don't have the black flag.
Hopefully we don't have to use that red flag on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope not.
I hope not too, man. Hopefully not many caution flags either. Hope it's a good, clean, solid race. 3 wide for the win. Maybe some fireworks after the show. What do you think, Michael? You like fireworks after the race, or you just like to keep the fireworks on the track?
I like keeping the fireworks on the track.
All right. Well, you're a track official. You got to say that.
But I have broke up several fights this year, though, already. So.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
What's the best fights you've broke up this year?
Well, it's not really a fight. They're just out there mouthing at each other.
Oh, just mouthing. I got you.
Yeah. The Crown Vic series.
Oh, Crown Vics. Always put it on the Crown Vics, putting on the fireworks after the show. Imagine that, man. I tell you what. They put on the best show of the night on and off the track.
And the Hornets one time this year.
Oh, the Hornet. Yeah, Crown Vics and Hornets. I tell you what. Can't do nothing with them guys.
Nope.
I'm glad we got – you know what? It's a good thing you're out there, though, Michael, because I think if anybody could break up a fight, it'd be you.
I try my best, but if I can't do it, I'll call for help.
I don't blame you. Use that radio if you need to, buddy. But I'm telling you what, I could be as mad as I could possibly be. Like me and Wes, we could be just about ready to throw down. And Michael Gadd could walk up and get between us. I think we'd just calm down, don't you, Wes?
I think we would too.
I mean, you see a friendly face like that, you couldn't stay mad too long, you know?
Right. That's exactly right.
If I really need help, I'll call Jumping Josh and Worldwide West down there to help me.
You know, if it really hits the fan, man, you might just have to do that. And I tell you what, if you need us, we're there.
Absolutely.
Just don't run from me.
Yeah, I won't run too far.
Don't run too far.
I won't run too far, I promise. Just depends on how big they are, and they're probably bigger than I am, so I'll let Wes take care of it.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, We do appreciate what you do, man. I say that in all seriousness. You guys, people like you there at the racetrack, and I think a lot of times people don't realize this. And Wes, we've talked about this before, man. We'd like to get, some other people with other positions and roles and racetracks on here on the show.
Oh, yeah.
We've always said it'd be fun because there are a lot of roles like yours, like the one you play there with that gate there at the racetrack and getting everybody lined up and making sure they're coming on the racetrack at the right time and all that stuff. And people don't realize that you guys are there each and every time the gates are open. It's a big commitment. You do a great job at it, and most of all, though, man, and I've got a lot of people on here on the comments too saying the same thing. You're one of those people we always enjoy seeing you at the racetrack. It's part of the fun of going to the races, seeing people like you. So
always, and you play a very important role, and provide a big piece to that overall puzzle, and we definitely appreciate you, and then always good to see you at the racetrack wherever it's at, whether it's in Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, wherever it's at, Michael. It's always good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, same to y'all, and I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, no problem, man. Well, you have a good evening, and we will see you Sat. Now I may be incognito, so you might not recognize me, but at some point in the show. But I can't wait to see you over there at the Rock on Saturday.
Incognito.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
Have a safe 4th of July.
Sounds good, buddy. You do
You
the
too,
same.
buddy. See you Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Michael Gadd here on
He's a good
Dirt
one.
Racing on the Bluegrass Live. That might be my favorite guest so far.
He's definitely a good one, and
Yeah.
we appreciate him. And like I said, always good to see him and get a handshake and a hug at the racetrack from Michael every time he
Yeah.
sees me. And
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, he's a good friend of ours.
Oh, absolutely. And in all seriousness, part of the fun of going to the racetrack and what makes the races so good is being able to go and see our buddies like Michael, people that just enjoy this stuff. Man, he loves this stuff so much it's hard to describe, and he has just so much fun at what he does over there. I think that a lot of people could take a lot away from somebody like Michael. Just has fun with it, enjoys it, loves it, always smiling and just happy to be at the racetrack, and just a joy to be around. So glad to have him on here. That was a lot of fun.
Yep, sure was.
Yep. I can't wait to see everybody this weekend. I see a bunch of comments on here. People talk about going to the different shows this weekend, and I can't wait to see everybody this weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend for sure. Let's go ahead and get to the Keltner Contracting Weekend Outlook. A whole lot of events coming up here. We've talked about a couple of them, but there's more than just a few, man. Like I said, we appreciate Keltner Contracting as well and their support of our podcast. Mud Lick going on right now as we speak. I wanted to get someone to come on here and give us a live report from the track, and thought I had someone. The issue, though, Wes, is you don't have a lick of cell phone service at Mud Lick, like none.
Not good service over there, unfortunately.
Yeah, so wasn't able to make that happen, but I'm sure they're having a great show over there for a Wednesday night. Super late models, they're paying $5,000 to win. So if you're over in that area, if you're close and you're not there yet, go ahead and make your way over there to Mud Lick. I'm sure they'd be glad to see you, and you can still catch plenty of the racing action there tonight. But then Friday night, I know this is a big one. Seen a lot of people talking about it. The Jamie Sloan Memorial over at Mountain Motor Speedway. That's a big event for those folks over there in that area. And that'll be the American All-Star Series, paying, I think it's $4,000 something to win. So that's at Mountain Motor. So folks that knew Jamie Sloan or knew of him, I know that's a big one for them over there on Friday night. Then, of course, also on Friday night, you got super late models for the first time at Thunder Mountain. First time ever having super late models at Thunder Mountain. That's going to be the Ultimate Heart of America Super Late Model Series. So, big event coming up there, and talked to a lot of people this past Saturday night that were really looking forward to this race. So, it'd be cool. Be a cool one for sure.
I think the fans are going to pack the mountain for sure on Friday night.
Yeah.
We like you said, we talked to a lot of people that a lot of fans very excited to see the super late models there at Thunder Mountain. So I think it's going to be a great show.
Yeah. By the way, DJ Hayes says he made it here. He's a little bit late. So you missed the whole spiel, DJ. You'll have to go back and watch it, but you are our Wayne's Auto Repair Driver of the Week. Congratulations on that. We wanted to do what we could for you. You had some bad luck on Saturday night. Worked out good for our buddy Austin Kawasaki, but good run there this past Saturday night. It was a lot of fun to watch it and call that race. So, but yeah, man, you said it'll be packed up there at Thunder Mountain. It's always packed on the hill. I know fans are going to come out for this one. They've been asking for it for years. You know how it is when these racetracks don't run supers on a regular basis. It's like there's a comment on just about every post when you're going to have supers. So
here's the chance to watch them.
There's your chance to watch them, and I would say if you want this to continue to be a happening thing, I would definitely make sure to pack the mountain this coming Friday night to make sure, kind of going out on a limb there too, man. You know how it can be with Friday night racing, non-Saturday racing. I know people want to see more of it, just like Mudlick running on Wednesday night. I know people want to see races on a day other than Friday night, and I always say if you want to see more of it, make sure you get out and support it, because there's been times that some of these racetracks have tried it and it hadn't turned out the best. So if you want to see supers and you want to see more Friday night racing in this area, get out and support those two racetracks and make sure you show them that it can work. Because, one of the things that, that scares them too is you're talking about the payout and all that stuff that they got to worry about covering when they bring supers in. Can they get cars and all those kind of concerns? Well, here's a big chance this weekend to show up and show out for everybody here in our little local area.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so also Saturday, this coming Saturday, you got American All-Stars, Cumberland Plateau Mods, and Mod Minis, and Tri-State Legends at Lake Cumberland Speedway. I think I believe that's 4 series all in one night over there at Lake Cumberland. So the American All-Stars Pro Late Model is going to be over there after being at Mountain Motor on Friday night, so a big weekend for them. Know a lot of those guys are really looking forward to that. That'll be an awesome show coming up at Lake Cumberland too. So for everybody over in there, and get a chance to see 4 series all in one night. So go check that out.
Yeah, going to be another big night at Lake Cumberland Speedway on Saturday.
Yeah, you got a regular show at Willard, and then you got, I know, Wes, I say every year, this is a very, very special one for you personally. There's a lot of these events like this, just like the one we saw this past Saturday night at Thunder Mountain with the Rod Carter Jr. Memorial. For his family, the people that knew him personally, as a special event for him. We got a lot of these races throughout our area, memorial races and other things, and they're all very, very special events for the people that knew them best. I know the Tommy Lennon Memorial is a big one on your list for sure.
It sure is. It's a very, very special race for me, year in and year out, and just so thankful for Rockcastle Speedway for putting that show on, and this being the 5th year. It's just a really special event. It keeps growing each and every year. Mm-hmm. And I look forward for Saturday night to be another awesome event there at the Rock, and everybody come out and support it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great, man. They always do a great job as well. Just with honoring the legacy of the race, the whoever the memorial. This time it's Tommy Lanham. They do a great job. I know every year letting you and TJ drop the green flag in a couple of those races. I know there's some other stuff planned just to honor Big Tommy, and really just can't wait. We've said it for a couple of years now. They've heard it. I know they've heard it a lot. We want to see Supers back at Rockcastle. They would put on an awesome show. So finally coming up on Saturday night, we're going to get to see for the first time in a long time what Supers can do at Rockcastle Speedway. And actually, I'm pretty sure this is the first time Supers have been at Rockcastle since they went back, took all the dirt off the track, tore up the asphalt, put the dirt back down, which changed the track quite a bit, really helped the racing there overall. So first time seeing Supers on Rockcastle Speedway since that happened. Really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see. As it always is, one of the biggest questions is who's going to be there. That's always the biggest question mark is who all's going to be there. But can't wait to see Supers at Rockcastle.
Yeah, and I've got to give a shout out to Ken Short. I saw those shirts. Michelle Harris sent those to me to look at, and you did a great job on those, buddy. I appreciate it, and I would definitely be getting one for me and the wife and the daughter on Saturday.
Yeah. Awesome deal there, and Ken with that design, and then Billy Moore with Graphic Impressions printed those, and heard great things from them about the job they did. I've told everybody, Billy Moore is the official apparel supplier of Dirt Racing, the Bluegrass Live,
yes.
And just great people to work with. Ask Michelle and Dwayne; they'll tell you the same. Absolutely, really cool that they're working with him too, and excited about those shirts. I'm gonna buy at least one myself, and just a cool little addition to that there too, man. That's pretty awesome. She was excited about that. Michelle was. She was really excited about those shirts.
And those shirts, I think they got them in blue and pink, so that's going to be really cool. Something even you look. This is the fifth year of the Tommy Lanham Memorial Race, and to see drivers and fans wearing shirts from previous years at other tracks or at Rockcastle, wherever, it's just really cool to see people buy those shirts and wear them throughout the years, and they buy them at that particular event, and just cool to see that. And like you said, you was talking, it just keeps that legacy going. And Memorial Race T-shirts, stickers, hats, anything like that is just really really cool to have and to see, for drivers and fans alike.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. It is. It's a really, really cool thing. I always try to buy the T-shirt at all those, and it's just a fun thing to have and to be able to look back on too. They've also got like that Tommy Lanham suite up there at Rockcastle. They've got one of their suites are all decked out with the Tommy Lanham stuff and Tommy Lanham Memorial stuff, and so just a really cool thing. So looking forward to this weekend. It's one of the biggest weekends of the year for us, for you, for personal reasons, and can't wait. And weather looking great for Saturday, looking better for this weekend overall. So can't wait. It's going to be a whole lot of fun for sure. Well, let's go ahead and get to the DirtmanDiecast.com Steak Dinner Pick'em Challenge, and you might be able to guess what we're going to be picking for this week's Steak Dinner Pick'em Challenge. We're going to do Ultimate Heart of America at Thunder Mountain and Rockcastle. We'll pick both events. I've got to give myself a chance here, man, to catch up a little bit. Like, I really need to pull out both of these wins, and because you're still up 5-2.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, what did we pick last week. I can't even remember.
We picked the 3,500 to win crate race. You picked Tommy Bailey to win, and I picked Jay Watt. And he ended up going to Lake Cumberland, getting his 101st victory of his career, and Matt Shannon ended up winning the race there at Thunder Mountain. First time he had ever came to the state of Kentucky and raced, and he's fast all night, set quick time overall, won his heat race, and led all 30 laps of 30 laps, 35 laps. Was it 30?
30. It was 30.
And
But
led all of them. I was shocked it went green to checkered, and there wasn't
I was too.
no caution flag. But
starting that many cars, I thought for sure we'd have some cautions. The race was over in 7 minutes and 15 seconds. It's just crazy. Crazy that it happened that way, because they started everybody, and so you're thinking, there's going to be some cautions in this thing, and sure enough, it went green to checkered, and 7 minutes 15 seconds. And Matt Shannon never raced in the state of Kentucky before. I think it's safe to say he might make a few trips back to the Bluegrass State, because I'm telling you, like, he's another one. He won that race by more than a half track, man. Like, he was just absolutely wasting no time getting around those lap cars. And he put on a show and didn't give anybody else a chance there.
He was flying.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the view you had from the tower was good, but I was in the infield, and some of the moves he made, I was like, man, he's fixing to get in a lap car or jump the cushion. But no, he kept her rolling somehow, some way, and picked up the win.
Yeah, he did. Well, let's go ahead and get to our picks. Let's just start. Let's start this time with Rockcastle. I'm making up the rules as I go along here, partially to benefit myself since I'm losing 5-2. Sometimes you got to
It's
help.
like wiffle ball. It's like wiffle ball rules. He just makes up the rules as we go.
Yeah, the rules are I win, whether you playing or not. Come on, let's go. Let's start with Rockcastle. I'll take first pick. Rockcastle Speedway on Saturday night. I'm going to go with Michael Chilton at Rockcastle. I know he won that one, the only other one that was a super late model race. He was really fast at another race that was there, I remember. And then something happened and he broke. I think the only other or maybe that was the same one. Maybe I'm getting them two mixed up. I don't know. Anyway, there was a race there where he ended up breaking, going to the back, and then come all the way back up to the front, and really put on a show. So Chilton gets back to victory lane this Saturday night, Rockcastle Speedway, $7,500 richer, the Tommy Lanham Memorial.
That's a good pick. Such a tough, to pick the winners when there's so many races going on in the area. It's tough because you don't know who's going to show up. Just a lot of choices. I think at Rockcastle for the Tommy Lanham Memorial, I'm going to take Total Chaos Chad Stapleton to get the victory in the 32 car.
Okay, yeah, that's a good pick there, for sure. I like it. So, all right, Friday night, Thunder Mountain Speedway, 5,000 win for Ultimate Heart of America Super Late Model Series. Since I took first pick at Rockcastle, I'll give you first pick at Thunder Mountain.
Well, at Thunder Mountain, I'm going with the Rooster Dustin Linville to get the win and be $5,000 richer coming off the mountain.
$5,000 richer. I like it. Now that's a good pick. It's a good pick there, and I like that one. I'm gonna flip that one on you, and I'm gonna pick Total Chaos simply because he was at Thunder Mountain this past Saturday night in a pro late model. He was really fast all night.
He was.
Won the second heat race, started outside pole, ran second the whole race, and he got some practice laps in around Thunder Mountain, and you know, I think he and Dustin Linville going into this race, I would think if you were going to make betting odds, they'd have to be up there close to the favorites to win this race simply because they both got laps around Thunder Mountain.
Right.
You know, and Thunder Mountain is different in the way it races. And I think it's going to be one of those tracks where having laps around the place is really going to make a big difference going into Friday night.
I
really
agree. They pulled the top three into the infield there after that pro late model race, and Stapleton got out of the car and he said, "I'm more slap out." He said, "I'm too old to be doing that," because it was up on the wheel, it was hammered down, had character, all of the above. I mean, you could check all the boxes, and I think he ended up getting third. I think Brian Smith passed him late there for second.
Mm-hmm.
But just a great race, especially once they got to lap traffic and was making moves, you know, trying to get around them lap cars, keep their position. But yeah, he was definitely wore out after Saturday night's feature.
I bet. I imagine it would be a race that would wear you out because it was certainly hammer down, elbows up, and and I'll mention this too real quick before we get off here. Talked to Dennis Barton for a few minutes there after the race on Saturday night, and so they had an issue with dust the week before and had a lot more dust than they wanted to see, and going into Saturday night they overcompensated for sure on water on the racetrack. They realized that. He talked to me about it. He said, you know, realize that. Of course, obviously, it was easy for everybody to see and just a mistake there on their part. But he said, we realize that, and we'll have it right for Friday night coming up for the super late model race. And I believe that 100%. You know, and it's just unfortunate thing. Look, they hate to see it as bad as anybody with having to overcome that. But you know what? It wasn't that long ago, Wes. You remember Eldora Speedway? You remember when they had the big fiasco there and ended up having to cancel the event and all this stuff? Wasn't that long ago. It happens. You know, but he did. He said, you know what, we realize it. We realize it was an issue, and we'll have it right for Friday night, and I'm certain they will. So can't wait for both of those shows. It's going to be a whole lot of fun to celebrate Independence Day at the racetrack this weekend.
I agree, buddy. What better place, you know, than to be at a dirt track here in our home state of Kentucky, you know, with our family and our friends and our friends that are more like family. Yeah. And what better place to be and enjoy this weekend than at one of our tracks across the Bluegrass State.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Can't wait for it. Can't wait to see you there. It's been a fun show. Can't wait to do it again. This time, 2 weeks from now. We'll be off next week. We're on vacation this week. I'm on vacation this week, I should say. So I won't be here. We won't have a show this coming Wednesday night. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Can't wait to see everyone at the races this weekend. Get out, support your local racetrack. Plenty of options for you. Good options, too.
Good options. Happy Independence Day.
That's right. Happy 4th, everybody.